Welcome back to the Friday Football Fever Kickoff Show. We're here at Memorial Stadium, the site of this year's IHSA playoff games, and pleased to be joined now by a panel of Central Illinois coaches. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. We got Andy Romine from Tuscola, Bill Duckett from Shelbyville, and Aaron Fricke from Warrensburg-Latham. Coach, we'll start with you. Coming off the state title game appearance, oh so close last year, losing by 1 to Lena Winslow. How have your kids responded from that through the summer and now that season started?
You know, just business as usual. I think our kids are, you know, they're pretty sound in their belief of our process and how we do things. You know, you don't get there and then you know, all of a sudden have to change things. So, you know, the kids that have been here for a while, and they've kind of set the bar, and the expectations are what they are. And I don't think this group's been any different. Our weight room attendance has been great. Our summer level, you know, stuff and you know, preparation things have been unbelievable. So, you know, from the standpoint of anything different, no. You know, it's a process that we believe in, our kids believe in, and I think our town and community believe in. So it's just been kind of the same process. It's one we believe in.
Coach Duckett, you guys were right there, just 1 away from making that trip to state. How much do you think that proved to your kids that your program is heading in the right direction and you are that close to making it?
Yeah, I think the last 2 years have really helped us. I've been around the program since I was in high school, so it always hasn't been successful, but we've got on the right track, I think, and hopefully these last 2 years, especially last year, will help those young guys develop that winning tradition that some of these other programs have had and continued, and we can get that ball rolling of understanding what winning's like, and it helps to get numbers up and continue moving forward with those younger guys.
Aaron, you come into this league, and I know you're very familiar coming from Lincoln. What kind of expectations have you set and culture have you set coming in your first year?
Well, I think, you know, Coach Godfrey already established a pretty good culture there. Playoffs the last 2 years, and you've got a lot of kids coming back that they know how to win, and they're hungry for it. But I think a lot of guys are going to have to step up a lot more than they have the last couple of years, and so it's really just kind of been getting everybody involved as a team, and we don't want to take a step back. Want to keep things moving in the same direction they had it, but at the same time, I mean, it's a clean slate. It's a new coaching staff, a lot of new players, you know, starring on offense. So we're going to have to put the work in and start from scratch, essentially.
What will an Aaron Fricke team look like if you guys are peaking and playing your best?
You know, I think we're going to have to be balanced this year. There aren't guys in the backfield that are running 4.4 40s anymore, but we have a quarterback that can throw and some good receivers. With the pieces that they already had returning, we've just got to find a way to get a lot of guys touches during the game. So, you know, I think we're going to be fast-paced and up-tempo, but, you know, it's going to be balanced, I guess, is the best word to describe it.
Bill, you lose Turner Poland, a quarterback, and obviously one of the best players to ever come through your program. How do you replace him, or do you?
No, it's going to be hard to replace a guy like that. We've got young guys that, you know, maybe didn't get the varsity playing time because they were playing behind that group of 18, 20 seniors we had last year. But they played against them every day in practice, and hopefully that was a good game simulation for those guys as they move forward. They didn't get the reps, but they did at the lower levels, and hopefully now that they get their chance to be at the varsity level, it'll pay off going against those guys that they have the last few years.
Andy, you get your quarterback back. How much of a difference does that make to get a player like Luke back and to just base your whole offense around that?
It is nice to have your quarterback back, and you know, he's growing. But we return a little more than 50% of our rushing offense, and obviously returning our quarterback, we return about 32%, something like that in terms of receiving. So, you know, in terms of the receiving core, it's going to be partly Luke's job to try to bring those kids along, but from that standpoint, it'll be done a little more committee-like rather than leaning on 1 or 2 kids.
Guys, thanks so much for coming in. We've got more to come on the Friday Football Fever Kickoff Show. We are heading to Paris a little bit later as Coach Jeremy Cloudfelder tries to get his team back in the playoffs for the 2nd consecutive year. Stay with us.